So guys, welcome back to the podcast. And I did say that I was gonna miss today's podcast episode, but then I kind of realized I can still do it, so I did it. So yeah, well we're here. 1:21 in the morning. I wasn't really here today. I got back home at I don't know, during sometime in the evening, and then I was busy today. Been playing with my friend and just hanging out with family and doing other stuff too. So like freaking 12:30 in the morning. I was like, oh. And then like a few minutes ago, I was like, yeah, I could do it. Why not? So, yep, we're here. So since we're here, yeah, I'm glad I'm here. I enjoy making these, so yeah. Indeed. Okay, so before we do really anything, we do gotta do shout outs, but let's explain what we're doing here before we do anything. What are we doing here? Well, the first thing we're gonna do is review Game 6. Okay, we're gonna review Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Cause I took like almost a month, 3-week break. It was during the Stanley Cup Final. That's why I'm going back here, backtracking, reviewing the games. And then we're gonna do some NHL Fantasy Stars, open my daily pack, and play like a couple of simulation games, which I'll explain to that. It's basically like you get your fantasy team, and then you can play a game versus another fantasy lineup, and then it's like actual fantasy points. Like, oh, this guy got a block, that's 1 point to your team. If he got a goal, that's 8 points. Stuff like that. Like that, and for a whole quick, like 5-10 minute game, and then see how much 2 points, and then there's a coins bet on it in the game. NHL Fantasy Stars. So yeah, it's pretty fun. I like it. They do that through the entire offseason, build up coins for the season, so I can have coins for the actual season start, so I can get better cards. You know? Yeah. But yeah, I'll give you a visual representation when we do that later. Plan for the next couple of days. Tomorrow we're gonna review the draft. We'll review the first round of the draft. I don't really know much about this rounds 2 to 7, but I'll review the first round. Give every single pick a grade. Like a grade, letter grade, A plus, B, stuff like that. Letter grade every single draft pick in the first round, and just review it, stuff like that. And then what day is it today? It's a 6, but what day of the week? It is Sunday. Okay, as I'm recording this, but technically it'd be Saturday. So, but I'm uploading this on Sunday technically because it'd be after midnight. It's 1:24 right now. So technically later today, but Sunday, which is today again, but Sunday we will be doing that. Okay, so Sunday, yes, it'll be the draft. Monday would be the free agency. We're doing free agency. Yeah, we're gonna go through the major signings, which are quite a few of them. We'll go through all the major signings, give them all letter grades like we're doing with the draft, and just go through all of them. And then Tuesday we're gonna start going through our, NHL off season, the crazy off season. To have a bunch of stuff lined up for the off season. Yeah, but yeah. So with that being said, yeah. Okay. So all my social medias, X/Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, my Spotify, my Twitch, Discord, my regular Discord for this podcast, my American football channel, basketball channel, American football channel, baseball channel, basketball channel, a USHL discussion group I made myself on Facebook. It's about 5.3 thousand USHL fans, even USHL players in there. It's a very cool group. Check it out. And Saints for Life group, Facebook group. I did not make myself, but it is a cool group. About 1.3 thousand USW playing Saints fans in there, or 1.1, something like that. Paragraph and a half of who I am, one of these podcasts. Another paragraph, how to get out to me so I can respond to you and just talk to me about anything I need to. If you have anything, comments, questions, to talk about. So yeah, all that and much more is description of this podcast. Check it out if you haven't already. Subscribe to this podcast if you like this podcast. Following this Spotify, same thing with this episode. If you like this episode in particular, I want to see more like it. Like and Spotify, same thing. And turn post notifications, choose YouTube to info. I know every single time I go live and or upload a video channel, make community posts, upload YouTube shorts or anything really, honestly, like that. So, yeah. That being said, let's get into the Game 6 review, With Game 6 here, Florida lead 32. Florida has a chance to close it out yet again in Florida, but the Oilers have a chance to keep it going to Game 7. Sam Ryan on 8th goal of the playoffs, unassisted 4:36 in the first period. Panthers off to a great start yet again. Matthew Chuck, 8th goal of the postseason by E2 Australian and Anthony Lundell. About 47 seconds left in the first period. For, the 4th straight game at this point. The Panthers have a 2-0 lead, actually. Yeah. Think. Maybe even 5 straight. Either 4 or 5 straight games with a 2-0 lead for the Panthers. Sam Ryan, our second of the night, 9th of the playoffs. So by Barkov Verhaeghe. About 2 minutes and 29 seconds left in the second period. It's a 3-0 Florida lead. Sam Reinhart, 10th goal of the playoff, 3rd of the night for the hat trick to seal the deal with the empty nets by Barkov and Verhaeghe. With about 6 minutes and 34 seconds left in the game, it's going to ice a 4-0 Florida leads. Sam Reinhart, 11th of the postseason, 4th of the night, into the empty net by Verhaeghe and Ekblad, with about 5 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock. Vasily Podkolzin, 3rd goal of the playoffs by Woolman Connor Brown. About 4 minutes and 42 seconds left in the game. Just whatever. 28 saves and 29 shots against Bobrovsky. Another phenomenal performance. Closed the deal, and the Panthers are 2025 Stanley Cup champions. Back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. Went to the Stanley Cup final 3 times. 3-time defending Eastern Conference champion. Lost the first time in 5 games to Vegas. Won the second time in 7 games versus Edmonton, and won the third time in 6 games with Edmonton, so won 2 out of 3 years, including back-to-back in 24 and 25. And the Panthers re-signed Marchand for 8 years, Sam Bennett for 8 years, re-signed Aaron Ekblad for 8 years, and re-signed Marchand for 6 years, for the rest of his career. So they're running back the same team, and they by far the favorites to, do it again. So, yeah. And I'm just going to talk about this thing now. When it comes to state tax, right? When it comes to state tax, here's the thing when it comes to state tax, right? It plays a factor, quite a big factor, but for Ekblad signing in particular, stuff like that, you can go out, because they still have federal taxes and stuff like that. Federal taxes and other taxes like that too. So, if you go out there for Ekblad, he can easily get 8.5 million somewhere else and still get an extra $1 million post taxes. $500,000 to $1 million more post taxes somewhere else. But it does play a factor if you get guys a slightly cheaper deal, but not cheaper enough deals to where it plays a big enough factor. Because if it was a big enough factor, they wouldn't have sucked for 20 years. They could just say, hey, dude, come over here for $30 million less, $2 million less than everybody else. Fine. That doesn't happen without taking a discount like Ekblad did, just to stay with Florida. Because also, being a dynasty, winning 2 straight Stanley Cups and being in 3 straight Stanley Cup finals is going to get you some players to re-sign on cheaper deals. High-end players, low-end players, it's just going to happen because you want to be in that environment with that much winning. You want to be in an atmosphere with that much winning. You want to win cups. You just want to be in a team that wins. And when you win back-to-back cups and go through 3 straight Stanley Cup finals, it's safe to say that team happens to win a lot. So you might as well say, hey, dude, that's the team I want to be on right now, I want to make a home there. And it's Florida. Florida's a relatively nice place to live for the most part. The weather's, it's really hot, but the weather's pretty decent. There's beaches and stuff. Pretty nice place to live, for the most part. But, yeah. It's not the biggest hockey market, but it's getting bigger now since they've been a borderline dynasty. And, well, yeah, also when I'm talking about dynasty here, also, I think, in my opinion, a dynasty is winning 3 Stanley Cups in 5 years with the same core. You can't lose a big piece of your core. Right now the Panthers core is Barkov to Chuck, Reinhart Verhaeghe, Bennett, and Forsling probably, and Bobrovsky. Those are probably the 7 guys, 6 or 7 guys. that are like the core pieces in Florida. That core relative, like maybe you can lose a piece or two, but like that relative core right there, if you win 3 Stanley Cups in a 5 or 6 year stretch with that core basically intact, that's a dynasty. Are they a dynasty quite yet? I think they would have to win one more cup in the next 2 seasons. If they win one cup in the next 3 seasons. If they win a cup in the next 3 seasons, that's a dynasty. If the core stays intact, I think. Because they win a cup I would say win a cup in the next 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years, I would say. If they win the cup in the next 2 to 3 seasons with the same core base intact for the most part, at least, that's 3 cups and at least 4 into Eastern Conference, at least 3 cups and at least 4 Stanley Cup final appearances in 6 years. That's definitely dynasty for sure. Would I say they're a dynasty right now? I would say, I would say not quite. Back to back is very impressive, but I think you have to win one more cup, at least one more cup in the next 3 seasons. At least one cup in the next 3 seasons with the same core that they've had the past 3 seasons intact for the most part, at least. That would be a dynasty in my opinion. So technically not quite yet, but yeah, pretty much. Okay, so let me open NHL Fantasy Stars on my phone real quick. So it's ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Good. We'll go over to Let's View. Open that on my phone. I'm gonna go blank screen real quick so I can open it on my computer. Are you guys seeing it? Opening, guys. Give it a minute here. Florida is probably realistically going to repeat. I mean, again, for 3 straight times. Because they're running back the same team. No one's been able to find a way to beat them. I don't really see anybody. Like, who's going to beat them? Like the Lightning come back and somehow find a way to beat them? Maybe the Lightning. I don't see it. They got smacked by them in the last 2 seasons. I don't really see it. Hurricanes, at least they add another big signing. I don't think Nikolai Ehlers is going to do. I love Nikolai Ehlers. Great player, by the way. Definitely 75 point player. With a lot of speed. I definitely bolstered up the top 6, but at the end of the day, the Hurricanes got swept by Florida in 2023, came back with the same team basically in 20 lost in 2024 in the second round of the Rangers. They came back with pretty much the same team in 2025 and got smacked by the Panthers in 5 games, so clearly they're not as good as the Panthers. And they're running back basically the same team as Nikolai Ehlers, but the Panthers got better since 2023 with obviously adding Marchand and other big pieces. So, like, with that being said, I just don't think the Hurricanes time yet, at least they add another piece or two. Again, if you finish your stars open, let me open it real quick here. Yeah. But like, yeah, as I was saying, like, yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see a team that in the East that can really knock them off. Right? At least the Leafs. Like, the Leafs are looking pretty good right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I fell for this offseason. I am going to the Cup final this offseason, which is kind of I don't even know what I was thinking. I did fall for it, but I think the Leafs definitely, especially come playoff time, are looking pretty good right now. They took the Panthers to 7, and I know they lost Marner, but you know how he hasn't performed a single time in the playoffs the last 10 seasons. Got Nick Wall, who had performed in the playoffs, and Matisse Maselli, that's got like 60-point upside, especially with playing with Marner and Tavares, he can get you 60-65 points. Speedy playmaker. Speedy, skilled playmaker, so I think they'll compete good if their entire team, including Stolar, is there, buddy, can stay healthy. Yeah, I could definitely see him making some noise in the East. I think the Leafs could do it. Lightning, if they can actually perform like they do in the regular season, maybe. And then the Hurricanes, I'm not really that sold on the Hurricanes. So, okay. So now since we're Energy Fantasy Stars here, we're going to simulation game called Play Now. So we're going to rock this. I'm going to give it to the Leafs. I guess you have to have the Leafs, but it's fine. So, before we even get into it, there is contracts, too. So, like, here's how much Pro is only have 1 game left for him. Same thing as Devon Taves. I'll just swap them. swap him in and out, you know. He's got 200 coins per every 3 games or something like that. So we can play daily here every 24 hours. You get the entire day to play. And then if you win 7 games, you get like a prize pack or whatever. That's pretty interesting. I might have to do that like off podcast. I mean, I could do it both, but I need to get that. I guess pretty good. 20-game season is coming soon, plus playoffs, so we'll definitely have to play that. As soon as that comes out, we're playing that. Real quick head-to-head. Wanna go with rookie. I don't have enough coins to be banned on that much. Entry fee 50. Finding opponent. So so they're 77-83. How much do you play this game? Look out of curiosity. Okay, so here's his lineup. Here's my lineup. Kind of see the difference here. So just like regular thing, like, oh, Pro just got a big hit, plus 1 point. You see Bennett just got a shot, 1 point. Forsberg got an assist for me, that's 4 points. I'm winning 4-1. The time goes by really, really quick. So like a minute in this game would probably realistically take like, I don't even know, like in 5 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds. Oh, I just hit the Houston, my little brother's. Okay, so what are we doing here? I was doing. That was my little brother's little man Hughes channel thinking about that having OBS. I'm sorry for that. I didn't mean that to pop up, but yeah. So it's like actual fantasy, you know, like somebody gets blocked as 1 point to my team, but we're just going back and forth to see which team can get the most points in like a 5-minute little mini game. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty fun. Like Walmart's got a shot for me. It's 10-8 now in favor of me. With about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Every minute in this game of time is probably like 5 to 10 seconds. 5 to 10 seconds, depending on how much stuff happens in between those times. They usually stop it for stuff that happens for my team. They usually stop. So I don't know if it's got a shot for them and block shot. We're losing 13-11. It's about 15 minutes left in the second. 14 now. Okay, shot. Okay, we need to lock in here. But why is Protus gonna get? That was his first point. It was a shot. Von Taves has got 2 points now. He's got a second point. Grunland's got 1 point. Protus got 1 point. Taves got 2 points. Bathurst, he needs to lock in. He's been averaging me like 15 points a game these past couple of podcast episodes. I don't know what he's doing, but it's not good. It's just not great, man. 15-15 right now is about 7 minutes left in the second. Never mind, I'm losing 17-15 now. Okay, that's good to know. 16-17 is about 5 minutes left in the second period in this game. 16-17, let's go. And then Neighbors got an assist, and Bouchard got a shot. 22-16, 23-16 in favor of them. 27 seconds left in the second. Wallman for me gets a shot. Montage gets a block shot. W's need to lock in her chat. Like, we just genuinely. Why is Nurse got 11 points for them? We need to win here. Okay, we're down 20-24 with about 15 minutes left in the third, so that's a solid, I don't know, like 2 minutes a period, I would say. Typically. A minute or 2 per period. Minute and a half per period, I would say. Philip for a big shot. We're down by 5. We're down by 5 with about 10 minutes and 14 seconds left. Let's go Batherson. You get the block. And Sam Bennett gets a hang, gets it right back. We're down 27-22, 7:41 left. And Grand Lake has a shot 23-27 with about 7 minutes left in the game. We need to lock in. Neighbors of them get the head 28-23 with 5 minutes left in the third. Devontae get blocked. There was a game yesterday where I got 50 points, I think it was yesterday, 50 plus points. Sometimes I smoked them 55, 58 to 20. It was crazy. Protus gets a shot. It's 29-25 with about a minute left. Connecting gets a shot. 30-25. 31-25 final. I lost. That was in the chat. Rest in peace, my 50 coins that I no longer have. This is so stupid, man. Should we do puck race? No, that's not as fun as this. That's pretty fun, but it's not that. We have to swap Devon Taves. Who should we throw in for Devon Taves? I think both of my defensemen's contracts up. No, Protus and Devon Taves. So defenseman, Cam Fowler. I think it's a pretty good replacement. And then for center, Protus. Lundell. Let's throw Lundell. And then we'll see what he can do. We'll see what he can do. Secure the packs. They should add more packs. So if this gold pack's good, but it's not nothing like super special, I think they should definitely add something. Oh, so I can just buy cards. So like these are cards that people put on the market. So let's see if there's a Mikko Rantanen available. I think never a Mikko Rantanen available. Like I'm just curious, man. Oh, there is Mikko Rantanen available. 8,000 coins for All-Star Mikko Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen All-Star card. The purple cards are the best. So here are the cards. The worst is base, which I think is just I think it just what is a base? Hold up. It's these ones. It's like silver, like not silver. I would say like dark silver, borderline black. But like I would say probably black. Yeah, base black. Silver is the second worst. So there's you have four types of cards. Base, which is black. Silver, gold, also obviously gold, and then All Star, which is purple, which is the best. So let's say, oh guys, I really need a defenseman that I could throw in there every once in a while, you know. Let me get a defenseman real quick here. I'm gonna go to buy section here. I'm gonna say I want Quinn Hughes. Did anybody even pull a Quinn Hughes? And then let alone, yep, okay, like people are selling 15,000 coins, 13,000 coins too. But that one gets more points. It must. Well, I don't know. What is the difference? Like, I'm confused. Like why? Oh. So this 3 days thing means like I'm pretty sure that's how long it left on the auction. Recently sold for 10,000, so he must have bought it and then sold it for more. That is robbery. That is robbery. That's what he just the same card, is it not? Why is one getting more projected to get more fancy though? Oh, one must be upgraded. Oh, I see. Yeah, definitely that's why. One's pretty upgraded. Okay. I need to upgrade players. No, get out of here, please. Who were we thinking to upgrade here? Forsberg? No, I think Batherson would be good. Can I switch, please? Player selection, please. It just doesn't let me like click another player. Oh, it's because okay, never mind. I see. So my defenseman, I don't even want him to be my defenseman card. I'm not gonna use him that often. I'd rather use Fontaine to even play Kill McCarr. That's about train. I should be here. Yes, I now let me train him, please. On plus the selection again. What should we upgrade? What should we upgrade first? Assists. He's gonna get a lot of assists. I think he did normally. 24 hours so I can upgrade him again. The left wing. I think this is what we're gonna get Forsberg. Yeah, we can just get a bunch of we can just upgrade freaking Devon saves until he's max everything, and then we just put him on the market for 10,000. You think somebody buy a maxed out Devon Taves card for 10K? No, I don't think they would. I'd rather put out like 7.5. No, I wouldn't even say that. I would say like 7K max. Because you just see a silver Devon Taves card, nobody's buying that. 10K, that's crazy. Forsberg will put. I'll put out. Is he more of a goals or an assist guy? That's something we need to know. That's something we need to know. You know? Philip Woodbridge. Okay, we ready for this, fellas? Like, fellas? Okay. So, are we locked or are we locked, chat? Be 30 years old, I didn't know that. Let's take a bit. look at his stats. He won't score stats. Okay, we're gonna go down here. Past season, 31 goals, 45 assists, 48 goals, 46 assists, 19 goals. So yeah, he's about 50-50. He's about 50-50. Definitely. He's about 50-50. I'm gonna trade him with goals. I think just because it's yeah. I'm gonna say goals. But he's already look, he already has 7 goals, 7 on goals. So I wouldn't I don't know why. Let's just upgrade shot. Fast track to 24. Oh, now he's just done. Is that what that means? Info, yeah. Let's just do info. Training players boosted bonus. Okay, yeah. Benefit to training players. If a player scores a goal with no training applied, you will lose 7 fantasy points. Same player completed silver training, 10 training slots plus 2 4 points. The same player would have earned 9 fantasy points instead of the original 7. But yeah, you'll just get more fantasy points per goal. Yeah, okay. There is 1 training slot available per position. Please know some training slots you need specific SP level. Okay, yeah. Training slots. Okay. How to train a player. Train any player within your collection. Yeah, I know that. What was I gonna ask? Oh, like how does that even work? My maximum training of bronze and the next P level. They say accelerate training at any point. The longer you wait, the cheaper it will cost in coins. Oh, so like if I'm at the end, if there's like only like 3 hours left until he's done training, it'd probably only be like 5 coins to finish by the 24 I just spent. What do I even like spend? Do I just have unlimited energy, whatever that is? That like I get 4 fantasy points there. Oh, so I think every time you max out that bar, I still got so much questions. So yeah, I know how to do that. I know how to train players. On training shall be yes. There are 3 training tiers per attribute. There are 5 training slots per tier. Oh, so every time you max out a bar, it'll go to like silver. So like right now bronze, that's probably why it's brown. And then if you max it out, it'll be silver. I think. But that was my face. Okay, guys. You know what? Yep, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna blame soon. We're gonna take it for. Yes, his name is. It's Cutie Pie. Okay, don't judge me. It's just a joke, man. So Okay, we're back. I kind of gotta hurry this up, but okay. So yeah, that being said, Max, XP level 1 to bar slide. You can speed up training. Okay, yeah, I get that, but like, what is it? Get that. There is 1 training slot. Yeah, blah blah blah. There are 3 training tiers per attribute. Gold, silver, bronze. Okay, so wait. There are 3 training tiers per each attribute. 5 training slots per each tier. Completed a tier of training, 5 slots. You will earn plus 1. So every time I fill up a bar, I get 1 more. I see. Okay. That's a lot of time, though. I get a lot of coins that can spend it on fast tracking. But again, I can't win these stupid simulation games, man. Fine. I'll probably just play it off stream, but yeah, I'm gonna go though. I'll probably play it off stream. We gotta lock in, but I think it's not looking. But yeah, okay, so yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's see you morning, evening, night, afternoon, whatever time you watch, and subscribe to the channel if you like the podcast. Follow me on Spotify, same thing. Turn post notifications, YouTube channel for everyone. Already, if you want to know every time I go live and upload a video on the channel, what's this podcast, about this episode in particular. Okay, Spotify, same thing. Yeah. What episode is it again? Hold up, guys. Podcast. I'm actually gonna go blank screen because it's gonna show the app since I closed on my phone. That's done. Wait, no, yep, that might have did. Okay, yep, I was correct. Yeah, that sounds good. Game real quick. Okay. Yes. Okay, we love Discord. Episode 23. Okay, this is episode 24. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's episode 24 of season 11. I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 25 of season 11. We'll review the entire first round of the NHL draft and grade every single first round pick in the 2025 NHL draft. See you guys tomorrow for episode 25 of season 11 when I do that. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night, evening, morning, afternoon, watchers. So yeah.